A root of the toot, a boot of the doot. Welcome back again, you idiot fuck bastards. It's disgusted yet satisfied once again, and I am your host, Snake Mitchell Tree, and as always with me, my man PT.
What's up, bitch asses?
And yeah, you bitch asses, what are we doing here? It is fucking time for the second round of the NFL playoffs. And holy shit, we got some great matches coming up. You can see them in front of you there. You got the NFC on the left and the AFC on the right. Just 8 teams remain. But before we can even break down and tell you what we think about that, you know how it goes. We got to tell you what are we disgusted yet satisfied with in that wild card week, and how did we do? So Mitchell Tree will go ahead and let you know. Let's start this off. Well, overall, actually 5-1 on the 6 games, so pretty darn good. Only missing that one game. I switched it up at the end too. I was really thinking the Niners, and then I said, nah, well, I think the Eagles could pull it. I screwed myself from going 6-0, so little disgust there, but not bad. The ultimate disgust really comes from well, those player parlays I had. Let me throw up my NFC player parlay here. I had 0-3, as you can see here. It's garbage. Nobody hit, but it was a great number. I mean, if it would have come through, it would have been nice. But would
Right?
have been nice if somebody scored there, but
Mm.
wasn't to be. So disgusted there. Also disgusted right here with the AFC one. I did a very similar thing there. 3 players there. Great number. Nobody hit. Bastards. So pretty disgusted.
Mm.
But what am I satisfied with? Well, I did do my little parlay for the two
Yep.
teams there. Let's pop it up here, and it hit on a nice little plus number there. Both New England and Chicago covered for me as expected. So Mitchell Tree will take that satisfied there. And yeah, disgusted yet satisfied. How about you, PT? What did you do on the week? What's your disgust and satisfaction?
Like you said, disgust is. I knew I should have went with the Bills. They fucked me.
That's right. You switched
Yeah,
one up
I switched one up,
and went 5-1 also.
5-1 also, but not too bad.
That's not
Disgusted.
that's not too disgusting.
No, but satisfied. I hit my 4-pick parlay.
Let's pop that up. He did
Yep.
hit it again, and that was a nice one. He hit all
Yep.
4 of them, so that was good.
Oh
Only
yeah.
6 games to choose from, and he took these 4. Obviously, like you just said, he just missed the one, and it wasn't
Man.
in the parlay. So good
No,
job there. And look
exactly
at that
right.
nice number too. Juicy win on that parlay. So good job,
Yeah.
PT,
Oh
on
yeah.
that. So there you go, folks. That's what we're discussing yet satisfied with from the wild card week. And now it is the divisional round. And wow, some great matches. We'll get right into it here. You see, like on the left, obviously, you got the Niners at Seahawks. And then you have the Rams at the Bears. That's your NFC matchups. Then in the AFC, of course, you got the Bills heading to Denver to face the Broncos, and the Texans heading to New England to face the Patriots. So some great matchups here. A lot to fucking talk about in this to decide what's going to happen and where we going with it. So let's get right into this shit.
Hmm.
Uh, we're going to start with that first game. It starts in Denver.
Hmm.
Bills at the Broncos.
Yeah.
PT, take it from here. What do you see going down in Denver?
Well, the Broncos are playing at home. They've only lost one home game.
Well,
The Bills barely beat the Jags last week
that
by
was a heck of a
freaking
game.
3 points. It was a very good game. Denver's defense is better than the Jags, and they're playing at home. Nah, I'm taking the Broncos. Plus, they were on the bye. They got the rest.
They did get a little rest.
So
Okay.
I'm taking the Broncos at
PT
home.
likes the Broncos at home.
You know.
All right. Well, you know what, PT? I mean, it is tough to go against them because I do see where you come from. They got some rest. They did earn that #1 seed. It is in Denver, tough
Mm.
place to play any time of the year, especially in the postseason.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be loud as hell.
It's going to be raucous.
Mm.
The nice thing for both teams, I would say, is it looks like the weather's going to be nice for
Oh
this.
yeah,
So it's
51, sunny.
yeah, so
Oh
that
yeah.
shouldn't be a factor
Nope.
hindering anything. What I see here, though, is man, it's time for Buffalo to actually get over that hump. There's nobody in their way that's been in their way in previous years. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, the teams that may have been in it. Not to say he couldn't go down here in this one because this is going to be a tough test. But you know what? I just feel like the Bills, after that win, as close as it was, part of that being it, both these teams win close games, right? We've seen the Broncos do it all year.
Right.
But we just seen the Bills do it there. And I think in a close one, they're going to do it again. I think Josh Allen finally gets them, because he can't go down here on this game. I mean, he can. It certainly is possible.
Well, he's gonna.
But for his career, this is pivotal. Pivotal moment. He's got to win this game. Bill's got to win this game. I think the extra playoff experience will help. And so Mitchell Tree's got the Bills in this
What
one.
on earth?
Now, and again, like I said, this one I could see. It should be close. It should be good. I don't think it'll be the blowout that it was in Buffalo last year when the Broncos first got their feet wet in the playoffs.
Yep.
Now that they've taken big strides, and maybe they could take another leap forward with a playoff win here at home. But I just see it differently this time than you do, PT. Here,
Man.
Bills are going to win this one, and you're going to be crying.
My gosh.
Now, all right, so we obviously see the first game a little different.
Right.
Let's move to the second game that will be played. So we'll cross across the board here over to the NFC, and it'll be the 49ers at the Seahawks. And this one, man, I tell you what, Mitchell Tree, I've been going back and forth on this one just because I don't trust Sam Darnold. But I don't really trust where the Niners have been going. I mean, they did just win last week. Don't get me wrong.
Barely by 4.
But yeah, the rematch. Oh, I am going back and forth. Purdy, Darnold, defense. What? Nope. I think the Seahawks squeak by on this one. So I will take the Seahawks to squeak by and get this win. Darnold will at least redeem himself up to that point. He'll have finally got himself a playoff win. That's how I see it, anyways. What do you think, PT?
Mitchell Tree, I am taking the Seahawks as well. The 49ers, like I said, barely won by 4 last week against a 3. What was it?
The Eagles have been kind of falling apart down the stretch, yeah.
And so, and Seahawks had their rest; they were on the bye.
All right,
first round seed. So yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks as well.
All right, so we do both see the Seahawks moving on to that NFC Championship game, which of course would be in Seattle if they do pull this off. So, and yeah, pretty good matchup there for sure. Divisional matchup, obviously. They just played 2 weeks ago, right? So the last game the Seahawks played was against the 49ers.
Yep, it
but
was.
The Niners have played one game in between. Seahawks have basically been able to sit there and kind of wait, see what's up. Yeah, I think in the end, maybe we're both in agreement there, PT and Mitchell Tree, see that Darnold does get a playoff victory finally.
I think so. Right. Because, I mean, the Seahawks beat the 49ers last week, so.
Or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yep.
Yeah, and that's I think that was part of what kind of shifted my opinion on it. Is I really expected the Niners to play better in that final game than they really did.
Right.
Credit to the Seahawks, no doubt, but yeah. All right. Well, that's the first 2 games. Now we jump back to the AFC here, where we get the Texans headed to New England Patriots. They basically took it to the Chargers last week. It took it till the very end of it to kind of make it look that way, but they basically owned that game.
Yeah, they for sure did.
Patriots took care of business.
Yep.
Texans got it done too late, same type of thing. They really pushed it at the very end of that game for sure.
Right.
So I don't know. What do you see here happening in this one, PT?
Well, I'm taking the Texans. Because, I mean, I know they beat the Steelers up last week by a gang of points, 24.
Yeah, it went off in that final quarter.
Went off. It was the Steelers. I mean,
Rodgers, old man, he was done. He was done. He couldn't do it.
Patriots didn't win by that much against the Chargers.
No, but they owned
So
it down the stretch.
they
That's
did.
where I see it. There,
So I'm going to take the road
you
team
got the
Texans
Texans.
on
All
that
right.
one. Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. Their
PT,
defense is
that that's
man,
where I can agree with you on that. And
man.
I'll tell you what, the Texans defense, to watch a team defense like that carry all the way, that it's not unheard of. So I could see that happening. But I wasn't really impressed with Stroud and the way he played in that. I mean, he made some key throws when he needed to. I'll give him that. But man, he made some boneheaded plays there. And I think in the cold there in New England, it's going to be
See,
tough.
that's what I was thinking too. But
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
yeah,
close. I think it'll be a grinded out type of game. But
you know.
I actually got the Patriots in this one. I actually think
Oh
the Patriots
man,
are gonna pull this one off. And again, I kind of went back and forth on this one too. Very tough game to call, and I think it'll be a great matchup. But and it's gonna be a tough challenge for Drake May and to go up against that pass rush and that secondary. I
exactly.
mean,
Yep,
they're not lacking anything on defense. So
they're
he's
nuts.
got his work cut out for him, but I think I'm going Patriots here.
Oh
So we do see
man.
another one different.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Well,
crying after this
root
shit.
it too. We'll see who's crying. All right. So one more game left, and we go back to the NFC, and that is the Rams of Los Angeles heading to the Bears of Chicago. And man, what a great matchup. What a story for both the old man Stafford in his late career
Exactly.
and the young man Williams over there in Chicago. Great match. Mitchell Tree's going to take this one here. And I tell you what, this, again, I think this is going to be a fun game to match. All the talent is really over there in LA. But man, do those Bears grind it out and play. And they may wait till the fourth quarter to do it, but I trust him again. I'm picking Mitchell Tree's got the Bears winning this. Bears are going to the NFC Championship. What do you think, Pete?
Well, it's going to be a cold ass game, and I know the Rams used to playing in California. It's supposed to be like
It's
13
free. It's
degrees.
freezing in
Yeah,
California.
yeah.
In LA, it's always cold.
hmm
Yeah.
But both teams only won. The Rams barely won by 3. The Bears barely won by 4. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this one's a
Bear.
tough one, but I'm taking the Rams. They got the better. They got the better squad.
Ah. Yeah, going with the
They
better
got the
squad.
better
I
squad.
guess I could see that, but no. It's the who the hell closes great, and the way the Bears closed that
Yeah,
last game,
yeah,
they
that
want
was
it,
cool.
they need it.
You know,
But no, I do see where you're going, and it's that you got the old versus the new, and
right? I think
Stafford's the last really representing the old era, the
exactly.
real old era, I guess,
I think the old
compared to
man's
these
gonna
guys.
he's gonna get it against
But all
the
right,
kid.
PT thinks it's gonna be Rams versus Seahawks, I guess, in the NFC Championship.
Yep.
Whereas Mitchell Tree sees it as the Bears versus Seahawks. So we
Seahawks.
just see one thing different there on the
Uh-huh.
NFC, and obviously in the AFC we see it in completely different. As flip
Right.
flop, PT would have the Broncos hosting the Texans, and Mitchell Tree sees it as Bills at Patriots for that AFC Championship. So I guess we'll have to see what happens with
Yep. We
that.
will have to see, folks.
Both of us have done a pretty darn good job up to this point of calling these games. If you've been following us,
Right.
um, fairly accurate, fairly get it, calling the big ones, which is what we're about to do next. Now that you've seen what we actually think is going to happen in the games, let's see what we can spice it up with. Mitchell Tree is going to give you this week. I got 4 games, so no, not a top 4. But what I will throw you is I got 2 games that I got 2 covers for you here. Let's pop them up right here. So Bears are going to cover that, and Niners are going to cover that. And like I said, I think the Seahawks may win that game. I picked them to win, but I do think the Niners are going to keep that thing close. They're going to cover that point spread right there. And on the other side, obviously, with the Bears there, not only do I see them covering that, but I see them actually winning it. But we're playing it a little safe, at least just with the cover, and that's what we're going with there. That's Mitchell Tree's top best, their little slam dunk. How about you, PT? What do you got for a slam dunk on this? You nailed it last week. Can you nail it again this week?
Well, I'm taking obviously the 4 teams I picked, and I picked them last week as well.
Those were winners for you last
So
week.
I'm taking the Broncos, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Texans.
And he's gonna parlay them. Let's pop it up here. He's gonna parlay them all together, just
Yep.
like he did last week. And look,
Yep.
that's a great number. And that's all 4 games. And heck yeah, let's see if you can get it. Unfortunately, I think you're gonna miss a couple there because the Broncos ain't winning that one, and the Bears ain't,
Oh,
or I mean the Rams
bro.
ain't winning that one, and so. Well, we'll have to just see. But good number there. That's his pick.
Yep.
So I will throw up one more up here. Obviously, we'll with just a few games left to play. Let's do a player parlay here. So we'll throw just one from each game. Let's pop it up here. You see it there. Nice little number on that. Just one guy from each game to score. See if it happens. Nice cash in if it does. So that's what we got. And man, after this week, there's only going to be 2 games left. It'll be
Yep.
the final 4. We'll be
Yep.
looking at who's going to the Super Bowl.
Broncos.
So, yeah, well, not after this week.
Mm.
And I don't want to hear you crying about it.
You know I'll be hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering and wooting and wallering. But it ain't
if they
gonna
lose, but they ain't gonna
it
lose.
ain't gonna matter because
They
they're
ain't gonna
going down.
lose.
They
So.
going down. Well, we're going to find out, folks, just like you all will too. So
Yep.
thanks for tuning in for this episode
Yep.
and catch us on the next one on the follow up. See where the fuck we're at and see how well we did, you fucking douchebag jerk fucks.
Yep. Got a gambling problem? Call that number, dumbasses.